All right, so what's up? Y'all good? It's been a long day, but I didn't want to close the day out without just having a conversation between you and I. I was on the air today, and you sometimes you say things, I say things because I'm on the air, and it rubs people the wrong way, and then some people it's like, hey, this is exactly what I needed to hear. What makes you want to hear my advice? I don't know. What makes me different? What makes me qualify for you to hear my advice? I'm just another guy who has gone through a plethora of experiences to know what to do and what not to do. But that may not necessarily work for you. So when I talk about things, hopefully you'll hear me. Maybe you don't. I mean, it's late, so I'll say I care, but I don't really care. All right. So I'm just gonna talk. I'm not going to edit this. Hopefully, if you listen, fine. If you don't, you don't. So I talked about getting in relationships with people after they've gotten out of divorce or they have been in a long-term relationship and now they find themselves single again. And, we talked about a particular person in the industry, and I don't want to get into that because I don't want to get caught up on that. But I was just talking about, from my perspective, if you are going to be in a relationship with a guy who has been married for a long time, but now he finds himself divorced, I say proceed with caution. And I'm putting that very delicately. If you were my daughter and you were female and you were my daughter, I would say, no, you need to leave that man alone because he's not who you think he is. You like who he is, but the truth is, if he's been in a relationship with her for 15, 20 years, and now he finds himself divorced, you're not getting him. You're getting that wife's or that woman's husband. Because who he is who he's had to be, or he's who he needed to be for her. Okay? He's got to determine who he is. What side of the bed does he like to sleep on? Does he genuinely like the ketchup in the refrigerator or the cabinet? Does he like overroll or underroll? Okay? No matter how good the relationship was or how bad it was, divorce is never easy. It's a death that has to be properly mourned. And I believe, okay, and I'm getting in people's business, I get that. I think it takes about 2 years at a minimum for you to be okay, for you to be normal again. And that's not just for guys, it's for women as well. Because you got to find out who you are. Who are you? I mean, you got a closet full of blue clothes because he liked to see you in blue. But the truth is, you kind of like burnt orange. That's your color. But you won't know that until you're on your own, by yourself, for a while to determine what you like and what you don't like. And see, when you get into a relationship with a guy or a female who has been in a relationship for a very long time, now you like what you see. But what happens when they change who they are? Because you know what? That's what I had to do when I was with her. That's what I had to do when I was with him. I don't really like that. So now you brought this other person in your life as you are beginning to change and to morph into who you really are supposed to be or who you really want to be. And now the first thing that comes to their mind is, oh, why are you changing? Why you tripping? It's not that they're changing. They're becoming who they really wanted to be anyway. And now the hurt and the pain and the anguish that comes along with that, you can really avoid by, again, proceeding with caution. Proceed with caution. Because she needs to determine what she likes and who she is. She needs to know who she is by herself and not who you want her to be. And he needs to know who he is and not who you want him to be. If you want a man that's whole, you want a woman that's whole, let them sort out the pain, the anguish, my fault, her fault, the guilt, and everything comes along with that most people can't deal with. When he starts saying, well, maybe I should have stayed. She says, well, maybe I should have probably stayed in that relationship. You take it personally now because they said something isn't me. I can't deal with a double-minded man. Well, that's what you have, ma'am. Sir, that's what you have when you were with someone that's been in a relationship for a very long time. But it was awful for them. They couldn't wait to leave. Yeah, and so what you do is you go out and you find something that was everything unlike what you had. But most of us don't realize that not everything that you had in your relationship was bad. It wasn't all bad. It was 20% bad, okay, 30% bad. But what about the 70% that was good? So you go out and make a relationship based off of the 30% that you wanted, but you didn't get in that relationship. But guess what? There's still 70% that you still need. And so it becomes a fuster cluck. Okay, I can say that because it's late and, whatever. But just be very careful, all right? That's all I'm saying. If you thought I was all over the place, I probably was. Good night, and God bless.